Hello and welcome to another episode of AB Talks, where we speak to leaders across the globe shaping industries. Today we have with us Nuseir Yassin, the founder CEO of NAS Daily and NAS Academy. Thank you for joining us here on the show today.
Thank you for having me, guys.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Nuseir, in your opinion, is there a growing need for content creators and content curators to upskill themselves, probably access knowledge and increase their awareness of tools and resources? Is this a gap within the industry that needs to be addressed, and how would you address it?
I think every person needs to be upskilled every 6 months. Every 6 months, the whole industry changes. Social media changes entirely. Let's say 1 year ago, TikTok wasn't necessarily as big as it is now. People were making videos landscape. Now everybody's making videos vertical. It used to be long videos. Now it's short. It used to be videos with your camera or this camera. Now it's with your phone. So every 6 months and 1 year, things change. And you gotta be always on edge, learning.
Wonderful. In terms of a business mindset, is there a need for content creators to work better with startups, SMEs? You've done something of the sort in order to develop content that is relevant and around the economy, around key issues like net zero emissions, such as diversity, mental health, and the likes. If you could share an example of some sort of impact that you've seen from such collaborations.
So there's a lot of companies out there that are doing incredible things. A lot of startups that are busy doing science. The problem is they don't know how to tell the story of that science. So that's why for every scientist, you need a content creator.
One of the major changes that's come out of COVID is hybrid learning. We've seen schools go to virtual learning. You've seen a push back for face-to-face learning. NAS Academy does a little bit of this as well. In your understanding, what is the future of learning going to be like?
So actually, I think to learn, you don't need a whiteboard, you don't need a chair, you don't need a table, you don't need a building. And you don't need a uniform, you don't need a backpack. To learn, you just need, an internet connection, a curriculum, a teacher, and a classmate. That's it. If you have an internet connection, a classmate, and a teacher, you can learn just as much as anybody at Harvard. So if that's the case, we don't need to build buildings. That's a waste of money. Just build online courses or online classes and make that experience really good. And you can teach people at scale.
NAS Studios and NAS Academy started off in Singapore, you've come to the Middle East, now you've grown to the US and Los Angeles as well. Are you planning any other expansion in the Middle East? It's just throwing a little nugget. Are you planning to move across the globe any more than this?
Honestly, to be honest with you, with Singapore, Dubai, and the United States, you pretty much got the whole world covered. Dubai covers the Middle East, Singapore covers APAC, US covers America, and Europe, I guess, Dubai. So you really don't need to be anywhere else. If we were to expand, we'd probably expand wherever the users are. And I think a lot of users are in India. 1/7 of the world lives in India. And if you want to build a global business, then you got to be in India.
I'm taking that as a hint for something in the future that's coming.
Maybe.
Your final message to entrepreneurs. There are a lot of people who look up to you as a source of inspiration, and that's something that has grown onto your charisma over the years. We've all seen it, and you've carried that mantle on your shoulders quite well. If you had a message to give out to young entrepreneurs, people who've put their money where their mouth is, what would it be?
My message to young entrepreneurs, I think people underestimate the power of the internet. Maybe a lot of entrepreneurs look into things that are not necessarily internet specific, like opening a shop or opening a store or opening a clinic. I think these are all great things, and there's a lot of businesses that need to be created in the real physical world. But I think they underestimate that the internet is probably the best equalizer for humanity that ever existed, ever. So I wish more and more entrepreneurs, especially in the Middle East, understood that and built internet businesses as opposed to physical businesses.
Thank you once again for joining us here on the show today. That's a wrap on this episode of AB Talks. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment below for more such videos with experts around the globe.